Well, hello, all you wonderful YouTubers. I'm Rhonda, and thank you for watching A Taste of Country. Now, if you watched my video from yesterday, I had cooked a pot of pinto beans, and I had written a little line that shows up. It says, for Sunday. So, today's Sunday, and my beans are right over there. I've got to heat those up, and I put some ham hocks in that, because I've never cooked with ham hocks. So, we're going to see how it tastes. Now, there's a recipe that I've been wanting to make for quite some time, and it's from Melissa's Home Plates. And it's been about a month, I guess. And this is going to expire March the 11th. So I need to go ahead and cook this. Now, this is Brookwood Farms Carolina Style Barbecue, and it's pulled barbecue is what it says. And I've had this before. It's very good. And she makes it into like a skillet. She puts it in a skillet, and she adds her other ingredients, and I'm going to show you those. And then she'll make cornbread mixture and pour it on top and bake it. And she said if you never make anything that she's made, she said you've got to do this because it is delicious. So I wanted to try it because I like to try other people's recipes that I watch, you know, because it really looked good. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to get started on is I got my oven preheating. Well, it just finished to 425. I've got 6 tablespoons of Crisco right here. Okay. Now, in this bowl here, I've got 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. I've got 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. I always check the date on your baking powder, and I've said this before. And keep it in the refrigerator if you can. It helps keep it fresh. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? And I've got to have 2 large eggs, beaten, 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk, and then the 6 tablespoons of butter or Crisco. It's whatever you prefer. Now, I'm going to stir my dry mix up here, all my ingredients. I'm hoping that I've got enough to do just the top of my barbecue skillet and to fry Randy up some cornbread. Now, I took 1 onion and chopped it up in my chopper-ropper for some beans and to put in what I fry for him. Now, for the rest of the ingredients that she used, she took jalapenos and barbecue sauce. Let me get my barbecue sauce. She poured barbecue sauce in the bottom of her pan. And then she I de-seeded and washed and cut up some of these jalapenos. Then she laid her jalapenos down. And then she used sharp Vermont white cheddar cheese. Now I've got some of the Cracker Barrel Vermont, and then I got a little bit of the sharp cheddar. And then she put her barbecue on it, and then she put her cheese on it, and then she put her cornbread mix on it and baked it. And it looked delicious. She flipped it over, and you could see the jalapenos, and I was like, I want to make that because I love all of those ingredients. Now, you don't have to de-seed your jalapenos if you don't want to. I just don't want all the heat. And be careful and don't touch your eye like I just did. And I washed my hands. All right, we got our dry mixture all together. And now you got to have 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk. And I've told everybody that if you don't have buttermilk, you can definitely use regular milk and just add some vinegar to it. And that will, it would taste the same. And then we've got our 2 eggs. mix this up. Now I'm gonna split this batter in half and add some onions to the other half. Now she made her mixture a little bit, she added more milk to her mixture for the skillet. She had a little bit runny, so I will probably do that. Okay. It is raining like nobody's business here in North Carolina today. I am so ready for spring, y'all. Okay, I got that all incorporated. Now I think I'm gonna split it up now. Put some in another bowl. Some in another bowl here. Set that right there on that paper towel. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in there to fry him, a few pieces. Alright. And it's okay to let your cornbread mixture sit for a little while because it helps hydrate that cornmeal. Now, I'm going to set this aside for a second. And I'm going to add a little bit more buttermilk to my batter because hers was kind of runny. Because she kept adding more buttermilk to it. She needed it loose, she said. Now, I don't know I haven't looked to see the exact recipe, but I'm guessing I added another half a cup of buttermilk. And I'm gonna let that sit for just a few minutes. Just want to make sure it's all mixed up good. Okay. All right. All right. Now I'm gonna put my skillet. I've got to add some Crisco to both of these also and mix it up. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick my skillet in the oven and heat it up. Because my mama would always pour the hot Crisco in her cornbread. That's just the way we've always done it. While my skillet is heating and the Crisco's are melting, I'm gonna go ahead and add a few onions into this mixture. And I chopped them up very small because I want him to have bites of onion in the fried cornbread. He does not want any jalapenos or anything. And I'm gonna put my beans in a pot and get them heated up. And for my beans, I just cooked half a bag of beans and picked all of the bad beans out, rocks or whatever, and I soaked them for about 1.5 hours in water and rinsed them really well. And then I put them in my multi-cooker and added some salt and pepper and the ham hock and about 1 tablespoon of sugar. And that's what I did, and I cooked them all day. All right, I got my hot skillet out of the oven. And I'm gonna take some of this and just pour it over in there. And you don't have to heat yours up if you don't want to. I just find it makes it I don't know, it makes it better. Then I'm gonna put some over here in this one. Alrighty. Now I'm going to mix this up with the Crisco in it. Okay. And I'm going to do the same for the one I'm going to fry. I'm going to set this over here next to the stove. Now, like I said, I'm not sure the exact recipe. I will go back and look and put it in my description box. But she just took some barbecue sauce. And she just took it and spread it on the bottom. And I had to kind of grease my pan a little extra because I haven't been seasoning it till recently, like I was supposed to begin with. Guys, I really didn't use it a whole lot. And that's the Crisco that's starting to cool off. Sorry. I love this barbecue sauce. You can use any kind of barbecue sauce you want. Then she took the jalapenos and she laid them. And I tried to cut them in circles, but and if you don't want the jalapenos, you don't have to put them in there. I love the flavor. I just don't like all the heat. And I think her jalapenos were a little bit bigger. These were all I had. Okay. And that's right. That's right. That's enough, I think. I don't want that real thick one. Okay. And then she took the, I'm not sure if she put the cheese on first. I think it was the barbecue and then the cheese. Let's hope that's the way it was. And I'm going to just use my hands, y'all. My hands are clean. And make sure you grease up around here on your pan if you make this. This is really good barbecue, I think. She said this was so good. And I do like barbecue. That's hard right there. I don't want that. And she just piled it on. That's a piece of gristle. Yeah, use your hands if you want to, because then you can feel and see what you got or you want to take out as far as fat and gristle. It smells good. So that's one container of the barbecue. I'll be right back. Now, I was gonna cook it on 425, but I'm thinking that's just gonna be too hot because of my oven, the way my oven is, because it's weird. So, you decide whether you want 425 or 400. I'm gonna try the 400 first. Then she put a bunch of cheese down. She said this sharp cheddar was great, and it is good. And this is the Cracker Barrel Vermont. And I'm not going to add any pepper or salt because of the jalapenos and the barbecue being, you know, it's going to be kind of salty. I hope I'm doing this justice. And that's about a cup and a half, 2 cups of cheese. It's just 1 block of that, minus a couple of slices that I ate. That's 1 block of the, it's cooled off. 1 block of the Cracker Barrel Vermont is what I used. And now we're going to pour over our cornbread mixture, batter that is. Okay, and just spread it out. And it's probably going to take about 30 minutes, but I will let you know how long I baked it. And here we go, in the oven. All right, these are my pintos that I'm heating up. It's got the pieces of pork in it, or ham hock. And I'm getting ready to fry some cornbread. Now I did add a little bit of onion powder, even though I added onions to my batter that I'm gonna fry. I wanted to add just a little bit of the onion powder. I'll get this skillet hot and I'll be right back. It is cold and rainy and dreary. I'm going to put just a little bit of cornbread batter in there to see if it was hot enough. I'm going to do just a little bit at a time. Do y'all like fried cornbread? He likes his crispy, and I'm going to try to get it as crispy as I can. It's good. Flat and crispy is how he likes it. Fried cornbread. Smells really good, and it tastes good. Now I started off on 400 with 400. I started off cooking that barbecue cornbread skillet on 400. And I turned it up to 425 because I felt like it needed to be just a little hotter. And I think that's a-okay. Now, you know I had preheated my oven to 425 and then I reduced it to 400. Well, I put it back on 425 and I think that's where it needed to be. Look at this thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to flip this out or just spoon it out. I'm not sure if I can. I'm afraid to. I don't want to mess it up. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? This is the biggest plate I've got. Y'all wish me luck. Oh, it worked. Halfway. Now hers did look a little bit better. Yeah, it did. My jalapenos. It's done. That's the barbecue. And the cheese. See, that's gooey cheese. I guess I need to watch it again and see if I put it together the way she did. But anyway, there it is. I guess the best way to do it is just spoon it out of the daggone pan. That's good. That is good. Well, y'all. There it is. Let's try it. Let's try it. Cheese. It's smoky in here, or my screen's done got messed up. It smells wonderful. It's very good. I think next time I make it, I'm gonna put a little bit more cornbread topping on it because it's not a lot, because I had to split that recipe. So if you make it, use an entire cornbread mix recipe. I like it. Whew, hot. It's sweet with the barbecue sauce, with that hint of cheese. The jalapeno, the flavor, not the heat. The cornbread, you can taste it. And the smokiness of the barbecue really comes through. Really. And the barbecue sauce. It's good. It's worth a try. I might have put too much barbecue sauce on the bottom, but it's really tasty. I think with a little bit of shredded cheese on top would complete it. I do. I do. Like that. Put your own spin on it. So, there's Randy's dinner. Fried cornbread and beans. And that's it. And some ketchup and onions. And I do appreciate y'all watching. If y'all would help me out and subscribe to my channel or share, leave me a comment, hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. I really would. And I hope y'all have a wonderful week coming up. And I will see you next time on A Taste of Country. And I'll put these recipes, or the recipe for this, and my cornbread, in the description box. God bless.